Hey, welcome to Barely Opinionated. In this video, we are going to be talking to a fitness enthusiast about how you can improve your physical fitness. So make sure to watch this video till the end so that you can use some of these tips in your life as well. For this video, we have with us Mr. Raju. He is a business tycoon with businesses all across India and at the same time manages to keep himself fit. So today he is going to be talking to you about how you can improve your busy schedule and fit in fitness in your life as well. Hi Mr. Raju, welcome to Barely Opinionated.
Hi Rohit, thanks for having me on your program. It's my pleasure.
So first of all, I would like our audience to know about how you started of this fitness journey and at what stage are you in currently? So what do you do currently for your fitness?
Rohit, it was during those early days of my school where I started playing football for the school team, and before that maybe it was in my village where we didn't have telephone and electricity, so we were always on the outdoor stuff. And then later on came to hostel, played football for the school team, and then college. So it went on. So basically the foundation for sports, and I was also into athletic besides football.
Right.
So the foundation for fitness was always there. But towards my later part of my life, when I got into business, I could not find time, and I went off track, erratic lifestyle, things. That got on to me. I started getting depressed. I was overstressed, and could not manage myself at all. And it was then my sister came up to me and introduced me to a yoga guru, a fantastic guru, a good teacher, and he got me back into my life. He got my life back to track, and then I've moved on from then. So it's quite late in life. At the age of 40, I kind of got back to coming back to sports and other things, and then I realized this is so important. If I need to excel in my business, I need to keep fit.
Right. So I want to understand, with all the business that you handle, you have a multi-million-dollar business that you have in India, right? So with all of that, how do you still fit in fitness into your schedule? Because what happens with me or with any other youngster that is there right now, most of them complain about the fact that they can't do physical activity because they are so busy in life. They are always working, or they have something or the other going on. How should they get into it, and how do you manage your time?
So Rohit, it's like this, that generally you need, all of us have limited time, right? So the thing, it's all about time management, how you manage yourself, how you manage your time. So it was during those days when I thought I was really busy when I was doing my business, and I wasn't working for my health. I still didn't have time. And today, when I work for my health and I do my business, I still think I find more time now.
Okay.
So I think most of the guys, they waste their time on phones or on other stuff, and then later on, then they are compressed with time, the limited time that they have, and then they say, oh, we don't have time, and they give up things. And when they when they give up some things, it's the first thing is the fitness part. They just give it up. Oh, who's going to wake up? I can't wake up. I slept late and stuff like that. But how you need to go about these things is, everybody cannot be passionate about fitness. It's something else. Like everybody cannot be passionate about arts,
right?
Drawing or something like that. So same thing. Similarly, But if you need to be fit, you need to wake up early in the morning. That's the only time you have for yourself. After that, your time is public time. Right. It's either for your family, it's for your business, it's for your friends, it's for your mobile, it's for your TV, whatever.
Right.
But your time is not there for you. So 5 to 8 in the morning or 6 to 8 in the morning is your time. Nobody disturbs you. You have your own time that time. Yeah.
Right. So when it comes to physical education, just going and getting into physical fitness, it's also a lot about what mindset you're going in with. So if a person wants to really get fit, and if he's determined to get fit, he or she will find time to do it.
Yes.
But if you're not mentally prepared to do it, then you obviously will make excuses and will make different things will
True.
keep coming up for you to not be able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to ask you if you there is a lot of conversation about how mental health is affected by physical fitness. So
Yeah.
it is believed that physical when someone is going through physical activity, it helps in releasing a lot of stress.
Yes.
It keeps you mentally fit when a person is depressed, and if they decide to take up fitness, that is something that becomes better for them. They start having a better mental health. So do you believe that? Do you think it has helped you yourself, or do you think it's just a hoax?
No, it's true. I mean, yeah. So if you work for your health, your mind's going to be stronger. Your focus is going to be stronger. I mean, you're more clear in your thinking.
Mhm.
You're more. I mean, see, it's a gradual process. Obviously, I mean, one morning you wake up and you just decide to say that I'm going to work out and I'm going to stay fit for throughout. Possible, that's what you may be thinking, but then to proceed further,
Mhm.
you need to proceed further, you need to actually start planning your things properly. So all I can say is, yes, everybody really wants to work, everybody has that thing in their heart that I need to work for my health. Eventually they lose somewhere down the line.
Mhm.
Yeah, so it is a gradual process. You need to do it slowly. It definitely is going to affect your mind. Especially yoga and meditation really helps you a lot. And besides yoga and meditation, even if you are running, if you are playing any kind of sports, or even if you are bodybuilding or doing any other gym and all these things, this actually helps you a lot. It gives you so much of energy. There's so much of oxygen that's carried in your blood,
Mhm.
and the whole day you're very active.
So the scientific method to explain it would be that when you're doing physical activity, you're getting in more oxygen to your
Yes,
body.
yes.
Oxygen internally helps you when
Yeah.
it goes up to your mind, it helps you in your brain functioning as well.
Yes.
So things like that. Basically, it's
Yeah,
just
so it's your heart that pumps in the blood
Mhm.
faster,
Right.
and the oxygen is carried
Yes.
all over your body. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So now I know that you don't just do one particular type of physical activity.
Yes.
You've played sports, you have gone to gyms, you do yoga, and you're now into CrossFit and yoga majorly. So I want you to talk a little bit about how the multidisciplinary of physical fitness works, like in terms of doing sports, running at the same time, doing yoga. Basically, what happened with me was that I was a fat kid back like a few years back, and at that time I decided that no, I need to change myself. I need to reduce my weight from 90 kilos. I went down to about like 65 kilos or something like that, and I did that by going to the gym consistently. So I went to the gym for about 1.5-2 years, and I ended up reducing this weight. But once I reached that goal, I completely lost my motivation to continue doing that. And after that, I just fell off again, and I gained weight again. So what would you suggest youngsters like me do
Yeah.
to be able to stay motivated throughout this, and what are the various forms of physical activity that can be done by them to stay motivated?
Yeah. So Rohit, basically, just because you went continuously, you started doing this. You start gymming. At a point of time, you start getting tired of it. You get bored, and it looks endless.
Mhm.
So when you add a lot of other varieties to your health fitness, like let's say running, sports, uh, uh, like I said earlier, also like join cult.
Mhm.
It has so many other variations. So CrossFit. So when you do that, you kind of mixing so much of things. Yoga, for example, also. So you mixing a lot of things, and then you don't get bored. You can also see development in your body much faster
Mhm.
than just working on one muscle or one kind of exercise.
Right.
So I say that if you mix all of it and you do it every other day, different exercise, you go a long way. I mean, you kind of get hooked to it. I mean, 3 दिन, if you take a break for 3 days, let's say go for holiday, your body starts craving to start exercising again.
Okay.
But if you keep doing bodybuilding one particular exercise every day, after 3 days you don't feel like going back. You know, you find it difficult. But here it's just the other way around. I mean, your body is craving. I want to go and play football, or I want to go and
Right.
do CrossFit.
Right.
So that's the thing I would suggest to all the youngsters. I mean, for even the guys who are older, don't get stuck to one exercise. It's such a boring thing. I mean, simple thing like morning walk, it becomes so boring.
Right.
You know, I've seen people who've walked for about a month and a half, two, and then they give up that morning walk because it's so boring. They say, "Kya chalna, kidhar chalna," you know, that kind of thing. So mix your exercise. It's important. Yeah, it's variety.
Right. So now I want to bring in some things that are happening right now. So basically, people have been cooped up in their house for a long time because of the pandemic. Even though, I mean, people are going out now, but the main work that people do, mostly it's being done from home right now. So
Yeah.
what ends up happening is that individuals end up sitting in front of their laptops at the same position for hours and hours continuously. People are working more staying at home than they used to work going to office, and end up completely destroying their schedule. So they don't keep time for physical activity. They just sit on the table or sit on the bed and keep working. How can these individuals improve their life by bringing in physical activity, and how can they manage that in their schedule?
What happens if they underperform after some time? Then they are thrown out of the company, right? So the whole thing is that they're kind of getting into a trap where they overwork to prove themselves, and then over a period of time, the health problem starts getting onto them, and the performance level drops, and eventually then they get fired up. They are thrown out of the company or whatever. Now, the thing is that if you manage time properly, your performance is going to be better. If you work for your health, you'll get so much of you'll get so much of idea. Your mind is clear. You know how to work. So let's say your performance increases, and over the period of time, you deliver better. The more you deliver, I mean, obviously, so your promotion or whatever. So, but coming to the thing that working for 10 hours or 12 hours or 15 hours, I mean, for whom? I mean, first it's your health. You need to work for your health. This is such a basic thing. I mean, it's like how you eat your. I mean, this has to be included in your routine. Like how you have your breakfast or you have your bath. Likewise, this has to be included in your routine. If you need to go long,
Right.
or else within 2-3 years, you see, that's why there's so much of suicide cases and other things, depression. Youngsters are getting more into it, and then people start taking drugs and so much of alcohol to stimulate their
Right.
senses or whatever, to make them feel
Make
happy
them feel
for some
better,
time,
yeah.
and then again they go back into a deep slumber. So that really will never pull you out. The better option is that you need to work. You need to. I say morning. I mean, I found time in morning, and I always thought that this is the only 2-3 hours that I give to myself, because evening generally, even if you're working, after your work you want to go to gym. That sometimes you're tired. Sometimes there's some party functions. All these things happen in the evening, and you need to kind of sacrifice your routine for these things. Morning nothing happens. 6 to 8 is yours. So that's why I say it's important for people to get into.
So it's more like basically physical education gives a longevity in terms of your work as well. It's
No
not
doubt about it. Yes.
so it's not just about like giving hours of work for a shorter period of time, but it's about inculcating physical fitness in your daily routine so that you can get your work to a longer period. Instead of doing 3 years of work that you're doing, you can do a 10-15 years of work at a same motivation level and same rate.
Yeah.
So according to you, do you think there are any in terms of yoga has been very beneficial for staying fit, right? Not in terms of looking good, but like in terms of from inside, your lungs stay healthy, your back stays healthy, things like that. So are there any specific yoga poses that you would want to talk about that maybe these individuals can incorporate in their life, or in just, say they take out 5-10 minutes from their work and
Yeah.
they can do this. So
Yes.
any example as such that comes to your mind
Yeah,
right now?
I think Surya Namaskar is something that they should do. I think everybody should do at least 12 Surya Namaskar.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
you start with 1, 2, 3, and then you move forward, But this is something that they should do. That's kind of a warm up. And then there's so many poses which are very simple, where you just need to focus on your breathe. I mean, they're so simple,
Mm-hmm.
but very, very effective.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is that they need to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And Surya Namaskar is something that takes care of your. When you don't have time to run around, you're in a flat, and you just need to. You don't have space to, or even the mood to go down and run.
Mhm.
Then I think doing 12 Surya Namaskar is good enough.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm, mhm.
And then there are, of course, that gives you a momentum. Then you feel like doing something else. Then you graduate to. Then you start doing different kind of asanas,
Mhm.
and later on, obviously there are so many yoga centers. It's always nice to go and join a center
Right.
where you have a guru, because what I tell you may be very temporary just for your pain relief for some time, but you need to do it every day, and you need to go to a center to
Consistency.
learn about how to do it. You just can't do it in your room without learning.
Right.
Yeah.
So now, as a youngster, as a kid who's just 20 years old, when I hear about yoga and when you talk to me about these poses, it sounds very boring to me. I have tried doing yoga myself. I've done Surya Namaskara for a long time. But then after a point, it's just those poses. It's not really giving me that kick what I used to get from the gym. That kick of doing something, lifting weights or sweating it out. I don't get the same feeling from doing Surya Namaskara or yoga poses as such. So how does that? What do you think? How can that change? Like,
Yeah,
not
so-
just for me, but any other youngster
Yeah,
would also think.
so the first thing what I understand is that your comfort zone is gymming.
Mhm.
So you prefer gym to yoga because this is something out of your thing. Maybe rather than using the word boring, it's more like you don't feel like doing it. You can say boring, but you don't feel like doing it. Your body is more comfortable going to the gym, let's say. Yeah, that's because it's out of your comfort zone. But yoga, I know of people who say running is so boring.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I also know about people who say going to gym is so boring, just lifting weight every day, the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah, so you need to add variety. This is exactly why I said that you have to be flexible, you have to be more open in your mind to accept other exercise and learn them slowly,
Right.
rather
Okay.
than
Just
avoid
staying
them
away
or reject them or say that's nothing, it does not work for me.
Mhm.
It's not true. There's a whole world doing yoga right now. It has to be effective, otherwise no
Why would
people won't have
everyone
been
be
doing.
doing
Yeah.
Right. So my last question for you is that what would you like to tell our youngsters, the young audience that is watching here? What would you like to tell them about physical education? How they should be starting off, and so that they can keep it in a consistent manner throughout their life? How can they start involving it more?
Yeah. So I suggest that go slow. Start your exercise. Don't overdo it that you hurt your body or it pains and then you don't feel like doing it. Nobody likes pain. So the first day when they overdo it, or एक ही दिन में, it's sometimes like this, that they want to impress somebody and they overdo it, and then after that for 3 days they don't go for exercise again. Don't do something like that. It's a long walk. It's you've got a whole life ahead of you. You need to remain fit. If you need to be not a burden to your family, not a burden to others, or even to your society or whoever. You need to stay fit, and for that, it's not an overnight thing that you just work out one day and you become fit. It's a long journey. Start slow, build up this comfort zone rather within you, or comfort level within you with that exercise. Whatever you are doing. And then you keep switching your exercise, keep changing your thing, start playing more sports, whether it's badminton, football, or whatever you want to do. Run sometime, give yourself a nice break on the weekends. You need to take a break, and you need to let your body crave for the exercise again. I mean, if you keep doing it continuously, you'll get tired of it, whatever it is. It may be whatever kind of exercise, because sometimes now, if you don't do a late night, you'll end up. I mean, it's like this, that every morning if you wake up at 5:30. You are bound to wake up again at 5:30 even without the alarm. Your body clock is already working, right? So if sometime when you're sitting down with your friend, you're doing a partying with them and all that, then you relax yourself for the other day. You actually feel that chalo aaj nahi karna, because you've just moved out of your routine. You've slept 1 hour or 2 hour extra, and generally your time was early in the morning and you moved out of it and you moved
on from
yeah. So then you say, okay, aaj chhod do, I'm not going to work today, and maybe I'll do it later, sometime tomorrow. And by evening you start getting this thing, yaar kal I need to go, you look forward to it. So I tell all the youngsters basically that start doing little. Go to a center, if you have a yoga center or a gym or whatever, or run. Try and group people. I mean, you have mobiles now, you've got so many WhatsApp group, this group, that group. You get your friends together, go run, jog, do cycling. There's so many things that you can do. So yeah, I think that's all I can say. But you need to stay fit. Less. I mean, health is wealth. So there's no second thought about it.
Right. Thank you so much, Raju, for giving us your time and sharing so many values for our young audience that is watching. Hopefully, they can start incorporating physical education in their life now, and hopefully they can stay fit with everything that you have said right now. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Rohit. Thank you.